Well, guys, we're gathered here now today to start on this odyssey. When I say odyssey, I'm talking about I estimated running the numbers, doing the iffy programs, 100 iffy files, running all the numbers, $150 million in 5 years. Okay, I tell you what, I have been playing the lottery for over a year now. I had fun dreaming, and I had all this money spent, and I tell you, it's actually been fun. It's been fun dreaming of the lottery. But now we got to get real, okay? I've got numbers up to the 18th of this month, which is one more week. Now, I ain't going to sit right here and wait on a if. I done the numbers on a if I win this, if I do this, I can do this. Well, now we're getting close to that deadline, and from the lottery, my pockets are still empty. Well, it ain't the end of the world. And now we go to plan B. He said, that boy said to plan A, stick with it. Well, now plan A was plan B now. So if I didn't win the lottery, I done this. But now we're going to walk through this odyssey of $150 million in 5 years. I know we'll probably do more than that, because once you get started and get higher up in the money starts compounding. When I'm talking about compounding, it gets easier to make money. It's easier to make money. Now let me see if I can get this thing to rotate. No, for some reason when you're recording, it does not like to rotate. But see this, I'm cleaning the grill. I'm getting it ready. Okay, see, I've got to clean the bottom out, put that back in, and take the charcoal, and get ready to smoke the butts. Now, this little colonial grill wagon you see right through here ain't much. Okay, it don't look like a lot. That looks like a mess, but that's going to make some smoke. Okay, the charcoal is going to make the heat. This is going to make smoke. I'm fixing to go ahead and do it and shoot a new paint job on all this, because it's got to be inspected by the health department. I'll get a new cover. But I'm going to get started on this, because this is the beginning. Right now I'm at $114,000 a year working for a contractor that works for the power company. I drive a truck OTR, so I'm not exactly what you call hurt. But me and my wife like to spend money, and we don't want to have to live where you can't spend nothing. So our motto is, or my motto, let's make more. So we can spend it. So we can have my dad calls it high roller. We don't want high roller. We want at least mediocre. At least mediocre. I'm sitting there still looking for that bee. That bee is dead set on stinging me. But I'm fixing to fire this smoker up. She won't like that. She won't like that because her home's fixing to get real hot. But anyways, I'm fixing to start this video. What we're going to do is start out with a smoker. I'm giving myself 3 weeks to go ahead and get my business license and get everything situated and try to get this inspected, just to sell the hamburgers, which is the smash burgers, the barbecue, and hot dogs. Okay, I can't sell vegetables just yet because I got to have the van, the 1957 Grumman. I have to have that kitchen up and going. And let me walk over here and show you. I've got this other van, but I gave it to my son, and now he's wanting to sell it, so I'm going to buy it back from him and cut it up and make the kitchen. Now, I could go out and try to buy a trailer and buy all this other stuff, but like I say, as soon as I get money, it's gone. It's gone. I'm living paycheck to paycheck, only because I want to, not because I have to, you know. But anyways, there it is. See? It's a 16-foot truck, and I'm going to make a kitchen out of it. That way I ain't got to cut a whole lot of the 1957. I'm going to take it and use it mainly for advertising, because it's an old Colonial bread truck. And Colonial bread is no longer in business. It's owned by Bimbo, and they basically phased it out. So you can't get Colonial bread nowhere. Every once in a while you can buy it online. And in Georgia, I think I heard they keep selling it, and I heard it Piggly Wiggly. But I talked to Bimbo Bread themselves, and she said there's a limited market, and they're fading it out. But they said if I wanted to start it back up for $96,000 given to them for royalty fees, I could go ahead and start selling the bread route. But it's not that important to me to give them $96,000 to sell their product. Okay, maybe I can make $500,000 a year. I don't know. They said you could possibly make $500,000 a year. I said, well, Right now, I don't feel like it. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and post this video. It's gonna be a little bit shorter, but just letting you know I'm getting started. I'll show you, post the video again here in about another hour to 2 hours after everything gets done. Now this is the first phase. Okay, the first phase is the Colonial Grill setup. Then we're gonna work on the YouTube channel. Then we're gonna go ahead and purchase the Lamborghini. And the reason why I'm purchasing the Lamborghini, because I thought about purchasing an 18-wheeler for $400,000. Then I'd have to drive it, I'd have to do all this stuff. I like the idea of purchasing the Lamborghini, filming it, and it's sitting. Well, I ain't gonna have to drive it. No, just sit there and film it, drive it around a little bit, film it, put it on your show, and you get a lot of YouTube views. And then you get monetized, and then they start paying you for it to sit there. And then there's no miles on it. Yeah, no, I don't want to drive every day. I like the idea of buying a Lamborghini that's sitting there, and I'll buy a Trackhawk. I'll buy a couple of other vehicles because they like that. And car enthusiasts will want to see it. And then when I go to set up to sell food, I'll bring them up there. Y'all look at it, go ahead. But I ain't driving over the road. I ain't driving that car for very long. I like that idea. Because see, I've owned 4 tractor trailers, and I've had to drive them. I've had to drive them 3,000 miles a week. That's not the life I want. So the Lamborghini, buying it and showing it, and it's sitting there making money and not moving, is appealing to me. Just taking pictures of it and film around it and not having to drive it 3,000 miles. And you say, well, yeah, you're just being lazy. No, I drive 3,000 miles a week, so I ain't lazy. I work my ass off. I'm not a lazy person. But however, I'm just getting $114,000. That's bring home. I'll bring home a little bit less than that. But still, I work my ass off for it. I'd rather my money work for me than me work for my money. Anyways, let me post this video, and then I'll show you what the food looks like. And this is the first step of the $150 million. Peace out.